everybody, this is Joey at Boomtown. Just waiting on our contact at Poynt, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Thanks for joining early, and we'll get hopefully moving here in a moment. All right, hey Vinny, I made you a panelist. We have the group here. You should be able to speak. Let me know if you cannot.
Hey Joey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you just fine. Okay, we are live. We have our group. We have a handful of our resellers today, and just for everybody's sake, this note went out to just our main contacts at all the resellers. We did not basically send this out to your team members or your sales reps or anything like that. We'll do a full basically overview with all of your sales reps, all of your agents on these new features, new packages. We'll do additional sales trainings for your teams. But again, just wanted to keep this kind of a close-knit group so we can utilize Vinny's time and go over these software packages. And again, our agenda is really short today. We're really just going to go over these new software packages with Vinny and Vinny from Poynt, and then go over basically the new pricing and how that's going to work. So Vinny, thank you for joining us. And let us know if there's anything we want to start, this meeting off with, or any kind of updates on your end.
Sure, thanks, Joey. Yeah, so the intent really of this meeting was to kind of walk through, I guess, what had occurred from the last time that we had this discussion until now. So we took everybody's feedback, and we really appreciated the feedback because it helped us kind of rethink some of the things that we needed to make changes on. I think first and foremost was, other than the 2 additional bundles, that the group felt we should offer a la carte pricing. So if somebody didn't, that they should be able to purchase whatever those 1 or 2 key features are that they needed. And then the other was that, I'm sorry, did somebody have a question?
Okay, I don't believe so. No, everybody's on mute. It should be just you and I.
Okay. And then the other key item was that they felt that there were certain key features that should be part of the basic package. So those were the primary changes.
And then, Vinny, one thing that we expressed to a lot of the channel is that we've also helped with convincing you guys to do some a la carte pricing, which will also help out. So we'll have these new software packages, which again, your basic fees, just so everybody know, your basic fees are staying the same. Your reseller fees between Boomtown and your organization are staying the same. Vinny is just introducing and his team these new packages that your merchants can upgrade to based on the features that they need. But they're also kind enough to build some kind of a la carte pricing. So in the case that your merchant just needs QuickBooks integration but doesn't need all the bells and whistles of the $40 a month package, they have the ability to just get the QuickBooks integration or store forward. So as you can see in the bottom left, there are and again, I'll make sure that you guys have all this pricing, but there are a la carte options as well. And then Vinny, we have a few questions from the channel that we've accumulated over the weekend. One is that you guys are going to send out a statement to the merchants directly on Wednesday. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then that is going to go to the emails that we have on file for each of these Poynt merchants. They'll be receiving an email from Poynt, a Poynt branded email, correct?
That's correct, yep. That is unless somebody else wants to do direct billing. So we have some partners that want to rebuild for the different bundles themselves. And we have some partners that want to control the messaging as it goes out to the merchants. And we've worked with them individually to create kind of a separate process for them.
Okay, and in the case that any group would like to kind of participate in that, should I just have them contact me and then we can basically push that information over to your team?
As long as we can do it quickly, yes.
I think the biggest question we have around the rev share, obviously you guys are, you're utilizing these packages to also help generate more revenue for the resellers as well. Would you have direct billing relationships with the resellers into pass back that fee, or are we still kind of figuring out what that's going to look like with the different parties involved?
Yeah, so we'll certainly keep track of it separately, and we'll put it into separate pools. But the idea is that we could do it in one of two ways. We could do it through you, Joey, and then you could pass it back through, or we could pass it through directly to the resellers.
Okay.
Nonetheless,
awesome.
though, we will have transparent reporting, though.
Yeah, of course. That's the only thing that, if Boomtown gets involved, if we get involved for simplicity, we're happy to help. But of course, we don't want to just be another party in the way of someone getting their money, right? And making anything more controversial. So these packages right here, can we go over again, Vinny? What is the reasoning for a lot of the advanced and premium? Your team, did they do kind of a analysis across other products, and they felt that these were the best packages and the best price points for these packages?
Yeah, we did, with the exception of two items that we changed, which are kind of key items that the group felt pretty strongly. When I say the group, I mean feedback from the broader Boomtown channel and other customers that we have. And those two key changes were multi-mid, and then being able to access Merchant HQ via the mobile device. So now I'll say with those two changes made, we feel that the packages are very competitive. And I'm sorry, to answer your question, so the three companies that we look kind of side by side from a feature parity standpoint are Square, Clover, and Stripe.
Okay, got it. And then merchants will not be, so some of these primary features, if some of the merchants were utilizing and going through, beta testing them when we were still building them out, merchants will not be, like, let's just take invoicing for example. They will not be grandfathered in. They'll get a notice that, they'll have it for 60 days with 30 days, basically more complimentary, kind of a complimentary window, and then they will have to pay for the additional package or the additional feature?
Correct.
Okay, so just making that clear to everybody. Nobody's grandfathered in the features. They will have to start paying. What Poynt is giving them a kind of a window. Let us know if you have any questions around that. Luckily, we don't have. It's not dozens and dozens of merchants because a lot of these features are new. So we know we had some testing them out, but again, most of these features should be newer to a lot of your merchants.
Yeah, and to that point, Joey, before we made the changes to multi-mid and Merchant HQ, the impact across our broader portfolio, so Poynt's portfolio was somewhere around 25%. With those changes, it's less than 12.
Okay, so that's a great indication that this shouldn't affect too much of your existing base. And I know Vinny's been a huge advocate for working with the Boomtown team and all the resellers' feedback to not increase basic pricing. So I think that was really a big win for us. And obviously with Vinny's help, we thank him for and his team for helping us with that. So we didn't increase any basic fees. We basically just have provided new options that merchants can upgrade to. Again, so our reseller fees from Boomtown to your independent organizations will not change, but your merchant will just have additional options if they want to upgrade to newer and obviously more sophisticated features. And then again, we will provide comprehensive training, and I'll make sure our knowledge base is always updated with these features with some videos. I'm also working with a trainer over at Poynt who's going to help me with marketing material and also with educational material. And then we'll make sure that our success team and our support team is also very much in tune with what these features look like. We'll also make sure you guys have a copy of this recording that we'll send out to you. And then again, we'll give you a heads up, probably like early next week or next week, we'll start doing a training on what these packages look like. So if you have any questions on things like loyalty, if you have questions on the inventory manager, a lot of these newer features that are either released or coming out, we can give you a little bit more detail on. I'd say the one thing is like loyalty program is a true ROI there. So, we really want to dive into not just how you can, provide your merchant a great solution, but how they can obviously generate revenue themselves utilizing a lot of these tools. And so we'll go over again those in more detail. Vinny, anything else you want to add about in the software packages we see here on the right? Is there something you want to call out or maybe even a few things that I know you guys are working extensively on to help our resellers not just generate more revenue through these packages, but other programs?
Yeah, sure. So one of the items, that's pretty important, especially as you get into multi-lane stores, is store and forward. So that's something that's in development right now. And some of our competition does have it, and they charge individually per store for it. So in this scenario, we would offer it either individually, or we would offer it as part of the advanced and premium packages. Something we're quickly in the process of developing now is surcharging or cash for discount. So that's it's coming. We can't build it fast enough, and we know that that will be a substantial revenue share opportunity.
And then if you guys see, so again, the reseller fees are staying the same. You'll see the pricing right there. Below software packages, you'll see advanced premium per month per location. Again, the billing will go directly to Poynt, so it'd be basically like signing up for a third-party application. Our reseller fees are still the same to you, but if the merchant wants to upgrade, we could educate them on the new packages, and they just put their credit card information in, and then they're charged recurring fees, obviously through Poynt. So on their credit card statement, it will say Poynt Co. And then they will pay you separately. And so, if you feel like there's a big strategic initiative here, reach out to me if you want to control the billing for those packages. We can always, based on your volume and how many you're bringing in, we can definitely, customize this experience for you. If you're just selling 1 or 2 Poynt terminals a month, we might not have the opportunity to do that. But again, if you're doing dozens a month, of course, we're willing to work on how we can make this a better experience for you and obviously customize it for you. But let us know if you have any questions around that. We're very happy to help out. Vinny, anything else we're going to explain? I think, the biggest point for today was just go over these packages, really just be super transparent and clear on what this billing will look like going forward, as well as the messaging to their merchants on Wednesday. So it's no surprise to people that they will, their merchants might get a notice that will just say, hey, we've basically built out the Poynt program even larger. We have better and more sophisticated features for you. And here's some things you can upgrade towards.
I think you primarily covered it, Joey. Just one additional item is that we will be providing reporting for any merchants that are impacted by the pricing changes, so you'll know who specifically is getting a note that they would either move to the a la carte pricing or the bundles. So we'll provide reporting based off of that, so nobody's caught off guard.
Okay, awesome.
Yep. And then again, if you look at the number of items that are either new releases or Q3 releases or Q4 releases or fairly new, the amount of new feature set and functionality that we are delivering now, I'd say over the last 2 to 3 years is substantial. So a lot of this stuff really is new income opportunity, and we really look forward to the partnership, not only with Boomtown, but with all of your partners as well, to grow revenues. And actually, each time we sell one of these additional packages or an additional feature set, I'm sure everybody on this line is aware, it makes the merchant much more sticky, and they become much more vested in the product.
Yeah, absolutely. And for everyone on there, and again, those who will be watching this recording, we will make sure to do a competitive analysis versus Clover, versus Square if your merchants are shopping themselves. We want to make sure that you guys are comfortable with this and obviously can see the advantages of utilizing these packages. And I still think it's very generous that the basic package has stayed no additional fees, and you still get a great amount of wonderful features out of the box, comparative to any kind of brick or brick terminal, and any kind of small smart terminal that doesn't have a lot of functionality. We're still very competitive here. Again, we just want to introduce these new features to help you sell to more the better merchants, ones that process a lot of volume for you, and then again, like Vinny said, make it a lot stickier for you as well. All right, so if you have feedback, feel free to reach out to the Poynt sales at goboomtown.com. I have my cell phone number there as well. Very happy to get your feedback, understand how you feel about this, maybe if there's any kind of gap in knowledge what we can do to help out your team. As I mentioned, we will set up those trainings. We'll make sure your team has additional educational material, videos on each of these features. We want you guys all to feel comfortable with it and obviously proud of selling Poynt. Vinny, thank you so much for joining today. Really do appreciate it. Happy we can keep it short. Is there anything you want to add or, say out to the channel?
Yeah, I think we covered it, but we appreciate everybody's partnership again. And, we want to do this with you. It's anytime you change pricing or rethink your pricing strategy, there's always a bit of angst, and we can't be successful without our partners. And, we're here for you. So we appreciate it.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Vinny. We really appreciate it and the kind words, and we are ready to go sell more Poynt. Again, guys, reach out to me if you have any additional questions, and we should take care of it as soon as possible because that communication is going out Wednesday. We'll talk with you all then. Thanks a lot, Vinny. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.